Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Hooks Gamer here. We're back with another episode, another demo, and we're looking at this time Super Movie Tycoon. This is a game that I actually found on Steam, and it is something that I'm actually quite looking forward to. Very honestly, I used to play the movies quite some time ago, and it is something that I really enjoyed playing. And now I have to say, really honestly, okay, that this game reminds me of it quite a bit. I really would like, okay, for a game like that to come out again. Anyway, so what we're looking at is I suppose, going through the tutorial. Now, I will actually turn it off, and I will, because I've already been through it, I will talk about it rather than you going through, you know, the camera movements, whatever. We kind of know this. I think I should be okay for most part. There are some things in the game that you kind of need to figure it out yourself, I feel. But anyway, let's go ahead and start with a studio. So there you go. There are some kind of pre-designed logos that you can choose from. Honestly, I just pick, I don't know, doesn't really matter that much, does it? Let's go with something like this. Now we can choose a country. I also will randomize the name. We can go with Vision Productions, that's okay. Now, so what you do is that you've got 6 countries to choose from. Germany focuses on biography, American sci-fi, Japan on horror, China on action, Russia has the adventure, and Britain has comedy. Now, to be honest, it kind of matters, but it doesn't at the same time. So all of that is really just a perk towards the actual production and the movie that you'll go with. So anyway, I'm just gonna go with America, Russia, Japan, Germany. It's hard to say. Anyway, we'll go with America, and we'll have this set to normal. And then, yeah, there you go. We'll just go with this. Okay, so what we do, right, is I suppose it's very similar to other games such as the 2-point studio and whatever, or 2-point hospital. Same isometric view, and I suppose very much graphics. Anyway, what we'll need, okay, is the script room. Now, the script room is really one of the most important things in the game here. Now, we probably have it too big. Yeah, so let's just have it like this. Door is needed also, so I'm gonna have it here. Now, as you can see, right, so we've got 3 million here, and this costs 64,000 just for this. So the prices are a bit strange, but anyway. Now, we'll have to have few desks. Because I've already played it, I actually know more or less what we need, so I'll just talk about it. Normally in the tutorial, it tells you to have 2 only. Now, this is not the case. I suppose you do need a bit more, because actually, passively, the scripters can help with income. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna actually have 6. Now, rotating doesn't work with the mouse button, the wheel. You actually have to do it on the keyboard, so it's either R or F. And there you go. Right, so we'll have 6 of them. Now, every room, it's actually really important in terms of... okay, that didn't work somehow. It's not necessarily the decor as much as whatever you can put onto like the walls and things like that, right? So there is a comfy, the game calls it. Let me just, oh yeah, comfort, yeah, and it's comfy, uncomfy, and it basically, see, so anything like that that you'll place will have a level of being comfy or uncomfy. So anyways, that's that. Now we'll go with rugs, just so we can get that level higher. Now, a couple of other things. So they do like plants as well. And then the vacuum. Now this needs to be here, so it needs to be kind of in the middle, so it'll reach, yeah, that covers the entire room, so I'm happy with that. Then we'll give them a water dispenser. Again, if you click on the mouse it doesn't work, so have to be mindful of that. Let me do it this way and then have a plant in the corner. It won't fit. That's a shame. Okay, so I'm gonna have one here and I suppose one here. Now we'll need another one, right? Because this room, I don't know if you guys noticed, but it's for 7 people. We can fit up to 7 people here. After that, the game classified it as overcrowding. So can we fit another one? Yes, maybe a coffee. Coffee won't fit. Okay, so we'll have coffee on this side. That's not a problem. And I would like to also go for vacuum cleaner. And you'll see hopefully very soon why that is so important. But there you go. Now let's just look at this again. Yeah, so really the rugs do most of the job for us in that regard. So that's good. Now another thing I want to do is to place the AI kit or the first aid kit, but for the moment let's just leave it be. Now would be important to have a toilet, and the toilet will go up to here. One, two, three. Now we can always make it bigger if anything. Let me just have the door here. Now the only problem I have to say, right, is that the doors, no, not the doors, the windows, they don't really work very well. Well, they do, but they only can be placed on like internal walls. Silly. Okay, so let me just close this. Now, if you want to modify the room, you don't click here as you would think, and then because this creates a new room. You actually need to click here and then this icon. And that will give you the tools you are looking for. Okay, so this will expand it, yeah, by a bit. Now I think we'll have it like so. Okay, this is actually in its way. Okay, yeah, so 2 things like this. We can click on this item and then get the stalls, another stall, just in case. We don't need that many. Now, I also would like some plants, I think 1 and maybe somewhere here. Okay, and then let's just get the first aid kit somewhere here. Okay, so that's pretty much our bathroom. Now, another room we'll need is a recreation room. That's gonna come this way. And let me just grab the door. Maybe we could have the door here. So look at this, right? If I want to put a window, the window only goes on this wall, nowhere else. So that's crap, but there you go. That's what it is. Okay, so I'm gonna go for 2 sofas. Again, let me just do it that way. They like their treadmill as well, and we'll go for a football table. Now, this needs to be here as well, the cleaning bot. We're gonna go for water, dispenser, and some coffee maker. Well, that's pretty much as they need. Now, the only other thing is this, and I think we can have it here. Some lights as well. I just forgot about that. Okay, so let's have one here, the other one here. Similar here. Yes, so let's have a couple of rugs. As you can see, a rug costs 10,000. That's a one expensive rug. And we'll go for memo board. Can be placed here. And then there's another one for 2,000. But somehow it won't let us, maybe because of the door. Maybe we can have it here. Yeah, let's have it there. It's fine. This can come here. Yeah, I think it's because of the door. Okay, well, that should be pretty good anyway. And then, do we need a plant? Not really. We can have one though. Yeah, like here. I don't think it works. Yeah, let's leave it. It's fine. This can be centered or something. Okay, so that's the recreational room, and that's pretty much as we need. Now, let me just come here and go to the job market. Now, we'll need writers. So on this, I suppose, pane, we're looking for hiring. We have 6, right? So only 3 are available. Now, this option here allows us to turn off negative traits. As you can see here, there's stress, low stress tolerance. So we don't want these people, even though they're actually quite good because they have 2 other things. So we're going to go for this person. Immune max. Yes, this guy is good. He's quite cheap as well. And you just put them on top of the room. Oh, no more writers. Okay, well, that's interesting. So anyway, so what we're gonna do is to go to script writing. Then we'll go for her. And now this is the only thing, okay? So we need to figure out what people are looking for when we are making a movie, basically. So I don't know what are the requirements for her. I've been actually playing before. It was a comedy thing, so we literally just try to figure this out. So I think it could be UFO. Again, we'll just go with smaller scale. We'll add editor, which is Maloney Carroll. Let's go with fire. Now scene, because it's an UFO, we might as well go with that. We won't know, we'll find out. And then we'll perhaps go with adults. And another thing is that we have to provide a poster for the movie. Now you can actually go through it and create it like so. And it'll give you the different backgrounds, the different people, the whatever. This actually looks pretty good. Now, if we'll go to title, you can move things around to a certain degree, right? So like this, or, it's kind of preset, so you can't just move it the way you want it. But I think that would actually pretty okay. I can't remember which one was it now. Oh yeah, this one. So this looks pretty good. Now we can also go for different colors. Or if you press this, the game will just randomize it for you. I think I'll just go with white. Okay, and let's just change the font a bit. Fire. Yeah, I think that's okay. Like the poster doesn't matter, it's just for us. Okay, so this is the thing. You need to modify as you can see, the design focus on the left and the writing guide on the right. For the moment, it's difficult to say. Now, because we're going for horror, I would think that humor needs to be maybe even at 0. And we'll go for gory 9, violent 6. Emotion, action design. Yeah, maybe this can be reduced and this can be story depth, maybe not so bad. Yeah, okay, let's try with that. And then I'm gonna leave this in the middle. Okay, and then again, this is kind of hard to know what it is. I think we'll go for 40% of environment because in a horror, that's really the most important. Maybe even higher. So let's just try and do that. Now, this guy will go off to work, basically. Now, we will be waiting for 2 more, yeah. Well, 2 more. 4 more. 4 or 6? 6 in total, so 5, sorry. Okay, so this guy now is writing a script for us. So basically, we'll just have to wait, basically, until that's, that's completed, or we can get more people to complete it faster for us. For the moment, because our studio is not very known, there aren't really that many applicants. That's what it is. And as you can see, all of them have bad traits. Now he's writing, so what's happening with this, okay, is that as he's writing, okay, he's kind of discovering, I suppose, what's required for the script. And this is kind of the metric of the script, and also once the movie is being made, you've got similar thing going on. And based on that, the game then allows you to write a report, if you will. So it's like I suppose, a review, if that makes any sense. Yeah, we hire her because she's for her. So these people are very good, so we want them for sure. Perhaps. Yeah, let's focus on that. So this guy is good. It's only 5,000. Oh man, I'm supposed to go for writers. Okay. Yes, so we don't really have much of a choice. Okay, let's just hire them 3. That's a director, isn't it? No, it's an actor. We're gonna fire him. Okay, so I made a mistake. You really do have to be careful and clicking. This is... I kind of would like to have horror if we can, because then it'll get a bonus. So, yeah, so she is horror. Okay. Like, they're not that bad, but because we're writing horror, that's what we want. Okay, this person. Perfect. Okay, now he's the leading guy. The only thing is that he's got action. Yeah, that's okay. But as you can see, okay, so the discovering really... so this really means, okay, in turn, that some of the settings that we did while setting it up, okay, actually have worked. That's why the numbers are going up. And it's actually already 1 star. That's pretty good, because normally we'll get only, like a half a star, whatever. Now we can either sell it or confirm it. Once we confirm it, this allows us then to go through analysis of that script. So we're just going to create a report. Now they'll go to work again on it. And basically what they are doing now is that they're analyzing the script to see, whether it kind of appeals to people and it'll attract them, etc. Now, honestly, these guys will be the only guys making money, because we're not really making money for a long time out of the movie business, because movies need to be of quite high rating in order to actually get the the money going. Now, two things, okay? So look at this, okay? So UFO isn't something that is for this, okay? Adults is the correct target group. The scene, again, is not for that. Then we were able to get the characterization correct. I was right in saying that the environment needs to be higher. And then the plot. So the plot probably is 25 as well, and this is 50. So we have the key points figured out, as well as 2 out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So there are two things we can do. Okay, we can actually try and have that movie made, but honestly, it'll be just a waste of our money. So we're not going to. We will go ahead and have them make another script. And let's go now and try this again. Okay, so we're gonna go for her again. I'm gonna now randomize the cover, so it doesn't really matter what it is. Now we're gonna add the person that has the most amount for her, which is her. Harold Beasley, Harold Beanie. Okay. Okay, now the film scale is Z again. Now we went with this. This could be anything, okay, but I'll try and do jungle, maybe. Okay, so we've tried with this, okay, maybe it'll be car chase. Okay, so this now has the icon, so we know it's for adults, and let's go here. Okay, so we know this needs to be at 0, that's what the number means. This needs to be at 9. This needs to go higher. This is hard to say. I think we had it... Yeah, we had it like this. This needs to go lower. So this is hard to say which one, okay? Because the game only tells you lower than 9, but we go with 8. This needs to be higher as well, so we can go with 6. And this needs to be lower, lower. Okay, so we can try like this. We can try like this and see. Okay, so this needs to be for... That's for all age. Hard to say. I think I'll go all the way down here. Then this needs to be higher as well. So the arrow is kind of, well, I don't want to say misleading, but basically this means that the number needs to be lower. So we can do it like that and see. Okay, so we know this needs to be 25. This needs to be 50. And this needs to be 25. And I think this is the correct setting for this. Okay, so let me just speed up the time. Now, what we're looking at is other studios basically releasing, but look at this. Again, big cheat, because their ratings are like 7 and 9 and whatever, and like 60,000 people are going to a viewing. So a video like that or a movie like that can make 20 million or something. So then that's how you're making money. Now what we'll do here as well is that we'll have to expand. As you can see, we can buy 2 expansions, I think. But there are even more available if I zoom out. Look at this, right? So the studio can really grow. Now the only thing is that's not available in the demo, so... Okay, so I can tell that this is definitely the correct setting. These are sort of... So this could go this could go to 2 stars actually. Wow. So that's pretty good. Now this needs to be at least 3 though. So we're gonna confirm it and we're gonna go for analysis one more time. So they're analyzing it now. So this guy is becoming less and less happier, I suppose. Now what they'll do is that they'll just need time, right? So free time, because if they're working all the time, as in real life, we're not that happy, right? Okay, so that's okay. Now, as you can see here, the mood is at 17.8. So we're gonna leave them so they have, you know, toilet breaks and whatever, and they'll become happier. Now, we already have a bit of reputation due to this. So let's just see analysis of that. Okay, so as you can see, the key points have been found. So we know the theme now. It'll be the explosion, is it, or something? And now we found logic, we found humor, we found gory and violent. Creative needs to be higher. Story depth lower. Okay, so we're writing. Okay, so this is again not very good. This is very hard. Okay, now what we can do as well is to sell them, and I'll show you if we'll go to here and sale. Right, so this can actually be sold for 28,000, so that's not bad. Actually pretty good. And now we're writing again. Legend. Yeah, that's actually pretty good. So theme, right? So it's actually star. Okay, yeah. Editor again. So we're gonna choose her because she was good. This is the only scale. So we've tried this and this. Let's just try BBC. I don't know, it's strange. But might as well. Or maybe Forge. Okay, and we know this is found. So we know this is definitely the right one. It's just a scene, it's hard to know. Okay, again, so this is at 8, this is at 9. This needs to be at 0. This needs to be 6. 3. 6. 4. Oh, the star needs to be lower. Okay, let's go with 2 maybe. Again, hard to know. So this needs to go higher. Lower than 10, so we go with 9. And then we can go with 3. Okay, so now what happens is that because we found all the values, if you click quick setup, it sets them correctly. Okay, again, let me just speed up the game. Or refresh, I wanted to say. So yeah, leave it with me for a moment, guys, and then we'll be right back. Okay, so we found a movie now with 3 stars. Let's just take a quick look. I'm just gonna go with script analysis once again. Okay, so our script now has been analyzed. Let's just take a quick look. Okay, so it's already 3 stars and we haven't found everything. We're close though, but we haven't found really everything just quite yet. So I'm gonna keep at it, guys. Now, apparently star isn't the correct one. Now, we have chosen really everything, so I'm really not understanding this. But maybe it won't be any of them? Strange, but I'll try to modify this one more time, and then we'll go from there. Okay, guys, so we're writing yet another script. Now, our script here has 4 stars, and as you can see, it's worth now 133,000. This really means and tells me that we actually have a bit of chance of making money for it. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. So let me just have a couple of those things going. So first of all, what we need is a director lounge. Now in that lounge, we're gonna have, I just don't know how many we'll need, but I suppose, okay, so this is for 11 people. 13, okay, so that's way too many. That's 7. That's 9. Okay, we're gonna go with this many for 60,000. Now this is a bit of a strange room, honestly, but I will try to do our best with that one. I think we're gonna go like this. Okay, so that's it. Now let me just grab a couple of other things like the shelves. I really like if the mouse would have worked for this, but that's okay. Okay, and then let's go for like a dressing table or something, or a word table, whatever you want to call it. Maybe here. I wish... Oh yeah, this cannot be moved now until I come out of the build menu, strangely. Okay, so we're gonna have those. Let's have a couple of these things. Okay, so that's the room for them. Now let me just grab a actor's lounge, which we'll have over here. And I think that'll be sufficient. And we can actually add a couple of windows here. Okay, and now we can go ahead and create our film studio. So I'm just gonna have it over here. I know more or less where things go. I think we'll go for... Yeah, so let's just go for this setup here. Okay guys, and this is our studio completed. So what we need to do now is to hire a few actors. Now it's hard to say what we actually need without going through film production. So let me just click on Neighbors Wars. Okay, so we need at least 3 actors and at least 3 directors. But in fact we'll need, and I'll tell you why. Okay, so first of all, let me just hire those. Job market. We're gonna go for directors, they're here. So ideally someone with a lot of skill for horror. So that's 18, 10, an additional action. But yeah, look at his price. So he's very expensive. This person is good, 20 for horror, 12, 14. Okay, so let me hire her. Let me hire... So we need at least 3, but I think I'll go for 4. If we can. Okay, so hire those. There you go, they're all here. Now we're gonna go for... We need 3 actors. We're gonna go for 5 actors. Block negative. And again, right, this person is really... Wait. Oh, I've hired actors. That's okay. Let me hire one more then. Because that's what we were meant to do. So I suppose this doesn't really matter now, but I'll go with... Yeah, he's looking good. Okay, so that's 5. Now let me just go for directors, yeah. So I clicked on the wrong thing. Okay, so we need someone for the horror. Okay, so this is going to be this person. Now we don't really have much of a choice, as you can see, so we're just gonna go with anyone. So 1, 2, 3, and 4th. This person isn't too bad. It's biography, yeah, okay. That'll be okay. Right, so there you go. These are all available. These guys are now setting up another script. And we're gonna go for film production. So let me just show you. We're gonna choose this. And this is the script, as you can see. And we're gonna go for the director. So the director is going to be this one, Gentile Baldwin. Now then, I think it's either visual or cinematography. It's hard to tell, but I think I'm gonna go with this one. And we could go with this person here. Okay, now the lead. So the lead should have most amount, which is Goodwin Abbott. Support will have this many, 18. And stunt will have 14. And I'll show you what we're doing with the other two. Okay, now this is kind of hard, okay? So I think it's similar to what we were doing before, but I think we're gonna set these at 35. Yeah, shooting, yeah, like this. Let's try like this and see. So we're gonna confirm this. Now what's happening is that they're taking their places and they'll be filming in a moment, but we're gonna grab this guy, put him over here by the desk. Okay, so they're helping with directing. Now this guy here and this guy here as well, okay? So they're all now will be contributing to the actual movie, okay? So these, I think the idea here is that they're coaching or maybe whatever. Now I probably have this scene or this set up a bit incorrectly, but that's okay. It doesn't matter where they're placed as long as they're in their same room, basically. And as you can see, this can be up to 10 people. And there you go, right? So this is being now filmed. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, it seems. And you can see the progress and whatever, and at the same time this is also being completed. Now we're still doing okay for the money because we are. And as before, okay, all of these little stamps and signs mean that basically the movie is getting extra progress towards what it's meant to be. Now at the same time, if you click here, okay, so as you can see, horror is not as popular, okay, because the market is oversaturated, but adventure and action is. So if we were to make those, we'll make the most amount of money, basically. That's what it means. So you need to keep up with the trends, basically. Right, so this is now written again. If I were to confirm. And I suppose I would like to have this analyzed again. But yeah, I actually didn't do it before when I was playing on my own and checking out the game. I was only able to get script up to 3 stars, so that's pretty good. Oh yeah, this is really good, right? Like I like the animations and the action. But I think those numbers aren't really correct here. I mean, I probably didn't set the correct values for things, but there you go. At least all the additional actors and help, they are really helping out. Because the temperature here is apparently he's cold or something. Oh, I see what's going on. So he's sitting just on the tile where the coverage isn't the best. So I suppose what we can do is to, if I click here, I can have mini AC. Yeah, and that covers the whole thing. Yep, see, it just disappeared. It's really cool, like the green room and everything. I really enjoy it. And it's 70. Okay, so these guys have completed analysis, I think. Yeah, so I think we'll need, yeah, so the theme is incorrect, but everything else is. So that's not too bad. So what we're gonna do, if I were to sell it, yeah, 148,000. That's pretty good, right? And look, because we're getting better reputation, the prices I think are increasing as well slowly. Right, so I'll show you the contracts work and what I was talking about before. So this is, as you can see, we can make 500,000 for a premium order. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do it and click auto process. Awaiting contract. Not sure what this means. This could be for like a better money or better writing and things. Now I'm gonna have another writer because of this. 15,000. I'd like him, but he's so expensive. He's the leader type, fast runner. She's 11. Imposter, unaffected by heat, and clean freak. I mean, we could go with her, I suppose. Doesn't really matter at this point, but the final thing we need to do is to grab a desk for her. Probably. The setup here isn't the best, but I think there's still room, so that's okay. Where is she? There you go. She just needs to be placed in a room. Okay, yeah, so they're working on it now. So because we've got 7 people, we should be good. Okay, so I'm actually pretty excited about this because this could potentially mean that we'll make money. So it'll be interesting to see that. And this will be the very first time. These guys cannot wait to sit. The couches are so good. Okay, so we haven't, yeah, look at this. Because of that, okay, we're really, that's what I was saying. I didn't choose the correct thing. But let's see how it, because it can really be okay anyhow. Now, what we need is someone that specializes in horror. Okay, so if we'll go with either of these two, okay, they will give us 10% sale. However, they're taking 36% of royalties, so that's not the best. But they have the bonus for horror, so I'm just going to go with... I suppose it doesn't matter, but let's go with Arty Nova Arts. Okay, as you can see here, oh, IP, okay. So this is 0.1 and the script is 3.5. Okay, 3.6 actually isn't too bad for our first movie, honestly. Now we will not make money on this, I can tell you that. For sure. Yeah, especially the horrors, but it's still okay, I suppose. But yeah, you can see failure to complete the contract will result. Okay. I don't know if we failed it. It looks like we failed it. Because the wording here is that it will result instead of has resulted or we failed. But there you go. That's what sometimes happens. Okay, so we are now at 6,000 people. So that's not too bad, actually. Yeah, this is pretty good. Yeah, okay. Now we've lost 100,000. Normally you'd lose maybe even 200. So overall, guys, that actually isn't too bad. Now, what this also allows us to do, okay, is that we're growing the distribution with that, okay? So that's what it is. Okay, so we can go here and review what we've missed basically with that, okay? So this tells us we need to go lower and the shooting technology needs to be... Okay, and then cinematography, grapher, whatever. This was something that we chose correctly. Okay. So I'm gonna go for this again. So again, this is the person here. Assign. It's hard to know who, but I think I'll go with this guy again. The leads again will be Goodwin Abbott. Support will be Gifford, whatever. And the stunt will be here. Okay, next page. So we did think that this needs to be higher. Now we don't really get too much help with this. And everything else needs to be lower. It's to be lower than 35%. Okay, we could try and do it this way. Higher than 10. Yeah, so let's go with 35. Let's just see. Okay, and the same thing, right? So this person here and here. Here and here. Now, I could potentially hire another actor that has perhaps horror skill. 12. I think we're gonna go with her or him. Yeah. Okay, they're contributing something anyway. Because we're still good with the money. As you saw, this just made 100,000 or something, so that's good. Now, the only thing I have to say about this game, okay, is that when you click on anything, it pauses. But also this doesn't work here. So you can click away. This doesn't bring anything apart from this menu, I suppose. And these are the movies that we're not part of. We're not even part of this thing, I suppose. Oh yeah, so let me just show you this, right? So this doesn't. This just made 20 million for this 5-star movie. And it's an E as well. So I don't know how they're doing it. Well, they're doing it in such way that bathroom emergency. Like the noises they're making are quite strange. You wouldn't know what's going on there. Okay, so I think this is getting slightly better, but not really the mark that we wanted anyway. So what we're gonna do now is that I auto end. So once they've, as you can see, they just wrote it and then that's it. And then I'm gonna create another one ourselves. And now this isn't quite working. Okay, so no matter what we choose isn't what we want. And again, we're gonna go with Harold. The scene needs to be explosion and the audience needs to be adults. And again, we're just gonna leave it like this. Enter title. Arctic Courage Trial. Metropolis. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so that works. Now I'm just gonna do a quick setup because we know we found all of this. Quick setup here as well. So the script is the easiest part of writing. Now filming is really where we need to find our foot. Now, one thing I have to say, okay, so we've got 69 fans already, and our reputation is 16. So that's pretty good. It's their early stages, as you can see. There's loads that is happening. Now, what we will need to do though is to start developing and whatever. So we need to have a research and development lab. Now we have no space in this building, so we'll have to buy another one. Our new building is 1.2 million and this is 4.8 million. So without a loan we won't be able to probably expand that fast. Okay, so let me just play for a bit and then we'll go from there. Righty-ho guys, so I think we found the solution here. As you can see, this goes to like 1800 and whatever, so I think we found it. Yeah, look at this. This goes between, so 4.9 is the lowest, so we definitely have found everything here. So I'm just gonna find the distributor. We're gonna go with the same one because they provide 20% more for tickets. And let's just see. Okay, this is gonna cost us 266,000, but I'm very, very keen to find out. Wow, 5 points. Okay, 5.0. This is now average. This means that we may even break even if we're lucky. So I suppose we'll see how that goes. Okay, so what I'm doing here, okay, I'd like to expand this space. So I'm just gonna do it this way, and then we cannot add the door here, I think. So I'm just gonna add the door over here. Well, we could, but not sure. Anyway, let's do that. This needs to be moved. The game doesn't like it where it is. For whatever reason, okay, although it's a 7 out of 7, the game didn't quite like it, it seems. So let me see if I can... Okay, over 0 workers will crowd. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so that's why I just need it to be slightly bigger. I'm just gonna add something for the wall. If we can at all. Maybe something smaller. Yeah. Just makes sense. Okay, look at this, right? So it's 25. Okay, this is actually now making money. Holy smokes. Okay, so 5 and above is actually making money. And look at this. Fans, 500. Wow. So that was 29,000. Do we even hit the mark? No, we don't. Yeah, we don't. Because it's 7 is the lowest. Wow. Okay, but we are making money on it. So that made us 100,000. Okay, so the movie needs to be at least 5. Okay. Okay, this means that they are going to write a script again. The only thing is, yeah, this isn't available. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, okay, is to have them just do the contract work, I suppose. And I will go and get a loan. The loan will be off, I think... We should go for 10 million. Yeah. Okay. And let's just buy this. Pretty cool. Now, I don't know how big this needs to be, so I'm just gonna have it this way. And the door. Okay, this is just an office situation, right? Okay. Let's have them like so. That'll look pretty cool. And they're facing like one another. And perhaps, yeah, let's go for 4. Although we would fit more if we had them the other way. Okay, so this is our R&D room. Now what we need to do is to hire some. Now, as you can see, we've got no one here. So let me just go to the job market. The R&D are here. Gonna block negatives again, and we need 5 people. So I think 5 of them here. Oh, that's 7. 6. Yeah, let's go, because the good traits are good. There you go. Okay, so what we now need is for them to... okay, new type, new scene, new furniture. So this is type of a movie. New team is Panda, Queen, Science, Vikings. I see. Okay, cyberpunk. It's hard to know. What's this? Film theme, parkour. Men in Black, mechanic, swordsman, fireboxing, assassin. We can perhaps go for this. I wonder how long it'll take for them to establish this. maybe not that long. Okay, well, that's interesting. As you can see, right, so we can also enable auto development as well. Now, because everyone has time for things, okay, they're just playing cards and whatever, we can actually relax for a while. Okay, I just want to sell those because they're crap anyway. And that will give us a bit of money. And then let's go ahead and write a script again. So now it'll be horror. The theme will be assassin. The editor again will be, if I auto select, who will it be? Elliot Abelson. Yeah, this would be strange for him to do that. So we're gonna go with her. E again. The scene we know is an explosion. And then it's for adults. And then let's just leave it the way it is. So quick setup here, and right away. Alright guys, so we're releasing yet another movie that is poorly made. Unfortunately, I have taken 2 loans now, and we won't be able to to play any further because it's just we're not making enough money. The game is actually quite hard, I suppose, or I am doing this incorrect, and I think that I'm doing this incorrectly. And I think the game is designed to do it this way. You know, you need to kind of find your footing and find a way and whatever, and then kind of go from there. Now, this perhaps will make money, but it's hard to say. Yeah, it could, because it's 6 weeks already out. 11, yeah. So probably not too much if it'll make anything. No. It'll make probably 0. 5,000. Okay. So minus 5,000 it actually made. So it's not too bad, I suppose. Now, the good thing is that we're getting fans, we're getting a reputation, etc. So that's the only thing. But yeah, we missed a mark, okay, because this was a movie with... So actually, I don't know what's happening because we're at minus 2 million. We cannot repay this. So I don't know at what point the game will say, oh, you actually haven't got enough money. This will be interesting to find out. Meanwhile, the robot is cleaning. It's actually pretty cool. Yeah, I actually don't know what will happen. This is still, you know, doing things that it's meant to be doing. But it's really hard to say. I mean, we could potentially pay this off. It's really hard to say because, look, the 2 million is... that's how much is left. Yeah. I don't know. It's very hard to say whether this will definitely keep going or whether the game will just stop at some point. But anyway, guys, this is the Super Movie Tycoon. We can leave it here, I think. I really do enjoy the game, even though it is quite difficult. There are different things that are happening automatically. I don't know if you guys noticed, but the workers are getting salaries raised automatically if they're performing a bit better, etc. So, not quite sure. Now, this is pretty okay. Some of the contracts are really money makers. Especially at the very beginning. I can't really show you, but yeah, look at this. Year 6, and we have made some money, I suppose. But yeah, with the loans, we really haven't been progressing too much. I also was able to expand this. It's under miscellaneous. It's basically is it stage or whatever or something like that anyway. So basically, yeah, we'll need another stage, and it's now more complicated scene basically, right? So it's an additional C. So it would give us a D rating or whatever that means. Yeah. So, and with that, we would get higher rating basically, I would think. But look, things like that take time because they need to learn and whatever. So I don't know how those other studios are really making money, but it looks like the game allows us to play. So this is so interesting. Yeah, I don't know. Is it to a point where we actually pay everything off, or it's hard to know. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I do really enjoy the game. The graphics are good. Maybe the sound effects are quite interesting, especially when they're on the toilet and whatever. But yeah, it's really funny. I really do enjoy it. I recommend you check it out. And as always, take care and stay hooked.